Welcome. Today, we're going to talk about something really important, building your legacy in the world of hospitality. And it's not just about the tasks you handle day to day, it's about crafting a career, a reputation that lasts. And that all comes down to one powerful idea: continuous improvement. Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome, especially to all the students of Europe Hotel School. I'm an AI guide, and you can think of me as your digital mentor. I've been designed with the collective wisdom of seasoned hospitality leaders, all to help you navigate your online learning journey. My whole purpose here is to give you the insights you need to really thrive in this incredible, fast-paced industry. So, let's get started. All right, so here's our roadmap for this session. We're going to walk through 5 key areas. First up, we'll talk about the foundation of excellence. Then, we'll get into the tools you need for growth. After that, we'll tackle the absolutely critical skill of adaptability. We'll also look at the culture of learning and then wrap it all up by talking about your enduring legacy. Okay, let's jump right in with our first section. And honestly, this is the bedrock for everything else we'll discuss. It's the foundation of excellence. And the interesting thing is, it doesn't start with some technical skill. It starts with your mindset, specifically adopting what we call a relationship mindset. So what do I mean by a relationship mindset? Well, it's actually a pretty simple idea, but it has a huge impact. It's about shifting your perspective. Instead of seeing, say, a guest check-in as just another task on your checklist, you see it as an opportunity. An opportunity to understand someone better, to make a real connection, and to figure out how you can make the next interaction even smoother. You're basically turning your daily routine into a gold mine of information for getting better. And this quote here really hits the nail on the head. Every single conversation, every service moment, even every piece of feedback, it's all insight. It's valuable data that tells you exactly what the client is experiencing. A compliment, a complaint, a passing question, it's all part of the puzzle. Honestly, adopting this view is what separates the good from the truly great in this industry. Okay, so having that powerful mindset is like having a high-performance engine. But an engine needs fuel to actually go anywhere, right? And that's what brings us to our second section, the tools for growth. We're going to get practical here and talk about 2 crucial tools: mastering feedback and reflection. Now, let's talk about feedback, especially the negative kind. It's something we all face. And really, there are 2 ways to look at it, as you can see here. On one side, you can see it as a personal attack, a threat to your ego. That path, it just leads to being defensive and, frankly, it stops your growth cold. But the other side, the professional view, is to see that feedback as a resource. It's a gift. It's someone telling you exactly where there's an opportunity to improve. It demonstrates maturity and strengthens relationships because clients see you're serious about excellence. So, feedback is the raw data, the input. But reflection, that's where the magic really happens. That's where you turn that data into actual learning. And this isn't about just, staring out the window. It's an active, deliberate process. It's about taking 5 minutes after a crazy shift to really ask yourself, okay, what went great and what could I have handled a little differently? Doing this regularly is how you build sharp judgment. It's how simple experience transforms into genuine expertise. And to make this less abstract, here's a really simple 4-step process you can follow. First, just pick one key interaction from your day. Second, and this is super important, talk it over with a colleague or supervisor. You'll be amazed at what a fresh pair of eyes can see. Third, based on that chat, pinpoint 1 or 2 potential improvements. And finally, the most critical step, make a simple plan for how you'll approach a similar situation next time. That's it. Review, discuss, identify, and plan. All right, which leads us perfectly into our 3rd major pillar, the skill of adaptability. Because let's be real, the one thing you can count on in hospitality is change. The environment is anything but static. And here's the bottom line. Client expectations are a moving target. What wowed a guest 5 years ago might be just standard today. And what they want tomorrow? It's probably something new entirely. Technology, market trends, service standards. It's all constantly evolving. So trying to resist that change, it's just not a winning strategy. To stay relevant and build a long career, you have to do more than just accept it. You have to learn to thrive in it. Just look at this timeline. It really puts the speed of this evolution into perspective, doesn't it? I mean, we went from the traditional lobby check-in desk to online booking becoming the norm, and now people are using their smartphones as room keys and to access concierge services. And tomorrow, it's all about AI-powered personalization, which is already starting to happen.
The key takeaway here is that adaptable professionals don't just get dragged along by these changes, they get out in front of them.
Now, everything we've talked about so far, mindset, feedback, adaptability, is incredibly personal. But you don't grow in a vacuum, right? You're part of a larger team, an organization. And that brings us to Section 4, the culture of learning, and the huge role the organization plays in all of this.
You see, the very best hotels and hospitality groups, they get it. They actively support their people's growth. They don't just hope it happens. They invest in training programs, they set up mentoring and coaching, they build ways for people to share knowledge. And maybe most importantly, they create a culture where it's okay to make a mistake as long as you learn from it. It's this kind of supportive environment that really helps everyone get better faster. And of course, a culture like that has to start from the top. When the leaders, the general managers, the executives, when they truly prioritize and invest in continuous improvement, everyone notices. It sends a clear signal across the whole organization that growth is valued here. It creates this amazing, positive cycle where everyone feels encouraged to aim higher. So let's pull all these pieces together. We've got the relationship mindset. We've got the tools of feedback and reflection. We have the skill of adaptability, and we have a supportive culture. So where does all this lead? Well, it leads to our fifth and final section, your enduring legacy. This is about how you put it all together to make a real, lasting impact. And the impact of committing to this path is huge. It's pretty straightforward when you look at it. When you're always improving, your professional competence goes up. And as your competence grows, guess what else grows? Client trust. They know they're in good hands. And that powerful combination, competence and trust, that is the secret sauce for a long, successful, and fulfilling career in hospitality. So, as we wrap up, let's just recap the path to excellence. It's about welcoming feedback like it's a valuable resource. It's about making thoughtful reflection a regular practice, not just a once-in-a-while thing. You've got to embrace adaptability, stay curious, and always be open to new ideas. When you commit to all of this, you're doing so much more than just a job. You're building relationships and a reputation that can last a lifetime. So I want to leave you with one final question to think about. Building a legacy. It sounds like a big, far-off thing, doesn't it? But it doesn't start years from now. It starts today. It starts with your very next guest interaction. So, my question for you is this. What is the one change you will make today to begin building your legacy?